Well, hi everybody. Here it is, what they call Bloody Sunday. It's funny, I remember when all that stuff happened because I was pretty young when that all happened, but I was an adult. And I remember being so happy that they had crossed that bridge and so happy that things were changing. In fact, I was in Wisconsin that summer, just for the summer, because I've always been a California person, but we used to go back there and work in the summertime. And I can remember just being totally elated when they passed the Civil Rights Act. Not elated because they were tearing people apart on the bridge, believe me, but when the Civil Rights Act was passed. But anyway, happy March. Happy March Madness. The more people I talk to with different opinions than mine, it's like I don't know where their reasoning's coming from. I can't understand where their information's coming from. I mean, unless the only thing they ever watch is Fox News. But anyway, we need, this isn't a judgment, that we're just going to do some cards here. We're going to do some cards on Trump for March. I really do not like reading Trump's energy at all. But just everybody was wanting to know, this stuff was going to, maybe something coming down before the end of the month. Myself, what I'm feeling, for the first month that's starting since the new year, I feel like it's going to be not happen this month. A lot's going to happen, but still there's going to be, I don't even feel like the indictment will come down until the first couple of weeks in next month. That's just the feeling I'm getting, which is neither here nor there, but it's, but I want to see what the cards are saying about Trump this month. So let's get going with them, and thank you all for watching the channel. Sorry about that last video I put up. I think I ended up getting 2 up after working all day trying to get 1 up that wouldn't go. I shortened it and chopped it all up, and then when it went up, I think they both went up. It looked like they both went up at the same time. Who knows? I'm going to get better on this electronic stuff. I swear I am. I swear I'm going to get better. Not feel so totally inept about it. You know what? I'm going to just put Trump's energy on these cards too real quick in case I want to pull a clarifier out of here or something so I don't have to stop and shuffle again. Didn't want to put his energy on any of my cards between you and I, but I want to see what's going on this month with the White House and with this, all this horse cookie. What's happening? What's the truth? Tell me what's happening. Well, I'm glad I didn't try to make a live singing. One cut and then let's go. It's almost like I'm afraid to touch these suckers. Okay. His base card is strength. I don't really think he's feeling that strong. He might be feeling pretty strong today after that 2-hour blowhard a couple of days ago at CPAC. So he might be thinking that he's really strong right now because the first card out is a strength card. It might have brought a little bit of his strength back from having such a failing week. But what's blocking the strength, what he's worried the most about, is his money. And this is apprentice money. Doesn't mean it's from his show, The Apprentice. It means that it's from money he's built with all of his sleazy deals for years and years. He's scared to death he's going to lose it before this is all over. So even though he's feeling a little stronger because he got up and ranted for 2 hours, he's definitely worrying about the money. What he's going to do with it, how much it's going to take. If something was to happen that he'd lose the election, they're going to have to pull him out of there with him clawing on the doors because he knows he's going to get all those stuff coming back down from New York, from the District of New York. So he's worried about the money and how much the lawsuits are going to cost. But because he's always shined through everything, he on some level he still doesn't realize that this could touch him. He truly thinks he's untouchable. And the foundation of the reading here is the Knight of Coins. That's the foundation of the reading, is the Knight of Coins. I feel in this particular reading here, that's like a knight on a quest for money. I think that's at the foundation of the reading, is them looking at the money, going through the money, getting the taxes, getting his tax returns, getting his insurance stuff. I really feel that is the base of the reading, is that's how this is happening. That's why it's happening so slow and so meticulous, because they have to be so meticulous with it. And in the recent past, and hopefully still now, this looks like a bunch of investigations. We have the Eight of Wands. That's a bunch of investigations and a bunch of, a lot of times subpoenas coming at people. So this may already been set up. A lot of times that subpoena's coming, and that's usually coming fast. And we have the Eight of Wands, so maybe a lot of this stuff was set up even last week before Cohen went in there. Maybe some of this stuff was set up. I would say it was set up, not maybe. But there's a lot of different investigations going on. And in the present now, even though he doesn't think that he's still feeling untouchable. We have the Chariot, by the way. He's still feeling untouchable, but at the same time, he's thinking of where to go and where to take the money. He's really thinking, what if this does go tits up, and what am I going to do then? So in the back of his mind, he is thinking, even at the present, that where am I going to take the money? Where am I going to hide the money? How am I going to keep this money that I've been stealing from people all this time? How am I going to do it? And so that is on his mind in the present. So even though he's feeling pretty strong and really in his own narcissistic mind, just think that he's like the king of the world, that nobody can touch him. On one hand, he is thinking about this, definitely thinking about this. So, the next one is the future, and that's about the worst card you can get for the future. Not the very worst. That's the Five of Cups. That's hopes and dreams and money spilt on the floor. Family, love spilt on the floor. It's the lonely king in this deck, sitting there all by himself with everything around him in ruination. So that is in his future, and we're doing for this month. Maybe something will be happening at the end of this month. Could very well be. And this is supposed to be for what's going on inside of him. It's a Six of Cups. I don't know why every time sometimes I could read for 6 months for people and never get the nostalgia card. And that's all that's coming up in any of these readings for any of the kids, him, or whatever else. The Six of Cups keeps coming up. So, right inside his heart and everything, he is almost, if it was possible for him to get upset with himself, he's almost upset with himself for getting involved in this. Because it started out as a publicity stunt. Anybody that was really paying any attention knew that. Had no idea that he would ever get elected president. He'd already had all these relationships with Russia and laundering money for him and everything, but he didn't realize that Putin's main goal was to get Hillary Clinton not made president. So when he jumped on there and ended up making Trump president, I think a lot of times he regrets that. A lot of times he regrets that, especially recently. And the environmental card about what's going on directly around him at this time is justice. And I'm really glad to see justice turn up in this particular place in this reading, because that shows that there's just all kinds of people checking his deeds from the past. I'll say it nice that way. Trying to be nice. It's really hard sometimes. But checking everything to see just what in the hell this guy has been doing and getting away with for the last 50 years of his life. All of his life, I'm sure, but I think it's gotten worse once he couldn't get loans and started laundering that Russian money. That's when he really went to the sick side. So justice is around him. Justice is around him. If he didn't think he would go to jail from these two cards right here, I would say, I'm going to lay them over here so they can be seen. I would say that if he wasn't worried about going to jail, that he would almost just walk out of the presidency right now. I think he's tired of playing the part. And, of course, he's always worried about his brand, but I think his brand is about gone anyway. And his main hopes and fears, look at that. That's the Queen of Swords. A lot of times Mueller comes up as the King of Swords. Nancy Pelosi has come up as the Queen of Swords. But I don't feel like he really fears her personally. He feels her power, he fears her power, and he fears the power that Congress has right now, and the women in Congress. So this could represent all the women in Congress, and that's what he's most afraid of at this time, because he knows they're coming in with this justice. And he thinks he can get out of it, but he's not. He's not going to be able to get out of this. There's no way. If he gets out all this way, we might as well just kiss our ass goodbye. And there's no other place to go to if the United States goes communist, or calling it communist, but dictatorship, where, if they go that way, there's no place else to go. This is where people used to go to try to get things back righted in their country, and now our country's going bananas too. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a banana republic. But anyway, he's literally afraid of the women in Congress and Congress at this time. He's afraid of their power. And the outcome of this, and this is supposed to be for this month, is the death card. Well, even if he ended up dying in office, they'd probably say that somebody killed him or poisoned him, even though that's why he supposedly eats all the fast food, that he's afraid of being poisoned. And he was eating fast food for years, so he must be a really nice guy if he's afraid people are going to poison him all the time. But anyway, we got the death card here. And this is the future card for this month. So that means if the Mueller investigation doesn't come out at the end of this month with all this stuff, there's going to be so much stuff coming out of Congress and before the end of the month that I really feel like if he's not sick or under the weather, that it's just his ratings, that the death of the presidency, as he knows it or thinks he'll ever know it, and I think he even realizes it. And this is by the end of March, and let's hope these cards are right. And let's hope my interpretation of them is right. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I want to apologize for those last 2 videos I put up that I thought was kind of lacking because of cutting them all up to try anyway, because one was too long and the other was messed up. But thank everybody, thank y'all, and thank you for tuning in.